Okay, so this is a bit different from anything I've ever made any other video about, but I just had the idea to do some kind of fun. So this video is which version of Circle of the Tyrants is the best. Of course, this is all just in my opinion. So, Circle of the Tyrants is, of course, a song by Celtic Frost. For people that don't know, it came out on the album To Megatherion, which was released in 1985. I wanted to make a video basically kind of as a compilation, but comparing various covers of this song that have been released after, this song was originally made. This isn't obviously comprehensive. This is just some of the covers I came across. And of course, as I said before, everything in this video is just my own opinion. So the first cover I'll be talking about is by the band Bewitched, which their cover of Circle of the Tyrants was released in 2008 on their EP, or I think it's an LP, I don't know. But it was on their release of Diabolical Desecration / I guess, Encyclopedia of Evil. So I found this cover to be very much in the same note of the original. It is a faithful cover. Get used to that phrase. I'll be using it a lot in this video. But I found that Bewitched has a faithful cover of the original version by Celtic Frost. I feel like that there's a layer of heaviness, though, that is missing, which I suppose this version of the song is just not as evil in a way. The cover isn't bad, though I'm the type of person personally, I'm the type of person that likes for covers to do something different, not just completely copy the original. Even if they change it up just a little bit, I like for covers to be just even the slightest bit different. Granted, this version is fun, black metal-y, and quite thrashy. Overall, I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Second is a cover by the band Propane, who in 2003 they released their version on the album Run for Cover. I found this one to also be faithful to the original and a quite good listen overall, actually. The solo is good, though the song is not quite that evil in comparison to the original. The vocals may not be for everyone, but if you enjoy bands like Burn the Priest or Damage Plan, or really just early 2000s metal in general, I think that this cover would probably be something you would like. I personally give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Next, after that, is from a band called Revolt, which I don't know the exact time that they recorded this, but around 2015, this band released a cover of the song. I could only find it on YouTube. Revolt is a relatively unknown band, which they seem to have come from Ukraine. The song is good, heavy, though I'm not the biggest fan of the vocals in this cover. It reminded me of some sort of like fish man blubbering or drowning in the water. It's not a bad cover. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. After that is the band Ultraviolence, who released their version of the cover in 2011, which I came across on YouTube. I wanted to include this one because it actually really surprised me. I kind of consider this more of an honorable mention as opposed to like an official cover, but this one seems to be from a live show and sounds really good. It's a perfect cover in the sense of it recreating the sound and evilness of the original song, and for that I give it a 5 out of 5, like for completion points. I'm not trying to down talk it, it's just not, like completely original. But when it comes to actually, covering the song for what it originally was, this is genuinely a really good cover. After that is the band Mystic Circle, which they have 2 covers of this song. So, Mystic Circle has two covers of Circle of the Tyrants, which is something I never thought a band could do. But granted, I mean, what's stopping a band from covering the same song multiple times throughout their career? I mean, it kind of makes sense because as a band improves in talent and technology gets better and they learn how to record on better technology, it really shouldn't be surprising that we hear multiple versions of the same song. Really. So the first version of the cover is actually from 2025. That's the first one I heard, which is from their release Kriegsgötter MMXXV. The beginning was a bit silly, I'm not going to lie. I kind of laughed my ass off when the intro starts. But beyond that, this is actually an amazing cover, and I really love how evil it is. They stay true to their styles, and I definitely recommend this version to any black metal fan. Honestly, a 5 out of 5 stars. Their earlier version of the cover, or the song, is from the release The Bloody Path of God, which came out in 2006. I like this version too. It's faithful to the original and a good cover on its own, though, of course, personally, I prefer the 2025 version because it's actually more evil. But I give the 2006 version 4 out of 5 stars. After that is a band called Sunstrike, who released their cover of Circle of the Tyrants in 2024 on the release Moira. I found this to be a good cover overall. It captures the icy wind sound that Tom G. Warrior has with his guitar tone. I think this song stays faithful to the original. I know I say that a lot, but I think that's important to say. It's faithful to the original, though I don't hear much of a twist from the band's own style. I'm not the biggest fan of the vocals either, so I give this one 3 out of 5 stars. Morning After released their version of the song in 1999 on their release called Inherit the Aftermath. This is a Finnish hardcore band, and the cover is really, really good. So it's, like a hardcore version of Circle of the Tyrants, which is like kind of funny in a way. But I'm very surprised with how they made it because it's faster yet still evil. And I really like this one, so I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. After that is AOD. AOD released their version in 2001 on their release Anno Domini, which is I think was more of a demo than like an LP. But I found this to be an evil but faithful cover, and I thought it was really good. It's black metal and thrashy, which surprisingly goes together really well. The song randomly decides to speed up, which kind of confused me at first, and then it slowed down. But, I never heard a cover ever do that before, especially not with, Circle of the Tyrants. Overall, though, I really liked this one, and I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Next is Toten Gods, which is kind of more of a honorable mention, I'll say like this. And they released their cover of the song in 2014. This is a Spanish cover band, and they uploaded their cover to YouTube. I found this one to be great and in a similar tone to Triptychon's sound. It's great overall and a 5 out of 5, I think. After this is Aggression, who released a cover of a cover of the song on their 1986 demo, which was, I guess, a live show. So I thought about it and I was like, this demo came out in 1986. The original song came out in 1985. So I guess this is probably one of the earliest covers of this song ever. The recording, of course, isn't the best quality. It was obviously just taken on cassette, no editing, surely. But since this is a black metal song, actually the low quality adds to it, not detracts. It's a good cover, pretty evil, and faithful to the original. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. After that is Cremator, who released their cover of the song on their 2011 demo. An overall good cover, it captures the evil from the original. I think it's good for what it is, and honestly, Circle of the Tyrants is a really good song to have on a demo. I give this a 3 out of 5 stars. After this is, oh my god, actually the first version I ever heard of this song. I heard originally, I actually heard Circle of the Tyrants as covered by Opeth before I ever heard Celtic Frost's version or the original version. So Opeth created a cover of the song somewhere around the time period that they recorded their album My Arms, Your Hearse. The original physical copy of this album I bought from what was the Candlelight Years release, and this is where it seems to be featured. So My Arms, Your Hearse, I believe, does not originally have this song on it, but on the 2000 re-release under Candlelight Records is where they put this song on the album. Once again, this is how I originally ever even heard the song to begin with. So the song itself, the cover, I found to be quite rock and rolly, very much like how Opeth would be, while still keeping what was originally Opeth's black metal sound, because I don't think they even make black metal anymore, or metal anymore. But anyway, I would have given this cover a 5 out of 5, but the fact that they decided to rename the song Circle of the Tyrant makes my eyes roll, honestly. So I distinctly remember originally reading this, and I know it's true, where in the liner notes of the Candlelight Years release of the CD, My Arms, Your Hearse, it stated that Opeth, I don't remember who exactly, maybe it was just Michael Ackerfeld, but the band basically thought that they should rename the song from Circle of the Tyrants to Circle of the Tyrant, because the idea was that it should be one tyrant instead of multiple, because a tyrant wouldn't allow multiple other tyrants around him or to rule with him. This makes my eyes roll. I'm like, come on, stop. Because I understand the idea, but to me it completely misses the point of what Tom G. Warrior originally wrote in his lyrics. So this cover of the song ends with a theatrical, orchestra, dramatic kind of thing, which is it is in the same note as the original, but this is still done in a very Opeth way, which I do give them credit for. But I'll be honest, I found that I kind of hated that. Like, I don't want to listen to that every time I hear the song, personally. Even though I think the choice of renaming the song is odd, I still give this cover a 4 out of 5 stars because it's actually instrumentally good. And next is Obituary, actually. So Obituary covered the song on their 1990 release, Cause of Death. I found this cover to be good, faithful to the original, which with the amazing, I guess you would call Grim Reaper-esque vocals by Mr. John Tardy. To me, he has this sort of like zombie feel to it. Really, that's just how Obituary sounds. Obituary is like the epitome of a zombie movie soundtrack. That's what this band sounds like. I think that this is a really great cover, and they stayed faithful and true to the original while adding their obituary touch, which I do like. It's got that sludgy zombie movie sound, but which of course, I love so much about this band. I give this cover 4 out of 5 stars, only because I wish that they made their version more evil. It's heavy, but it's not like evil like Tom G. Warrior originally made it. I do know, though, that this was also pretty early in Obituary's career, so if they were to probably ever re-record this or do it today, I know it would be like a 5 out of 5 cover. And finally, there is the version, can you really say covered? But covered by Triptychon on their 2012 release or EP Shatter. I mean, this is Tom G. Warrior himself playing his own song. I think this rendition is great, though, of course, I mean, it's a live recording, it's not a studio one. And because of this, I crave for Triptychon to record a studio rendition of Circle of the Tyrants. I feel like if Triptychon recorded a studio version of Circle of the Tyrants on whenever their next release is, it would be the most evil version of the song ever, which I would love. So I do give this a 4 out of 5 stars. So, of course, out of all the songs I mentioned, or versions of the songs, out of all the bands I mentioned, there, of course, are two covers that stick out the most to me. I personally find the covers by Obituary and Mystic Circle to stick out the most. The 2025 version by Mystic Circle, by the way. I think that they're fun to listen to while also staying within their own style. You know, they don't completely drop how they typically play music just to make this song, which I admire a lot. I think out of all of the bands, the one that I listen to the most, the cover I listen to the most is Obituaries, because I genuinely like it. So that's really it. I hope you liked this video, and if you want more cover comparisons, let me know, because I kind of already have another one in mind.